Okay, so yesterday we started talking about log, right? We started talking about log. And they're super fun because they were easy. Everything was easy. So log is the inverse. It's the inverse of an exponential. So the logs are going to follow exponential rules. So when we were multiplying, what did we do with exponents? Add them. When we divided, what did we do with exponents? Subtract them. So when we multiply with the log, we're going to add. And when we divide with the log, we're going to subtract. There's only one new rule we're going to talk about, and it's the power. And the power, this exponent is always going to drop to the front of the log and multiply. So that's the only new thing you have to know for today. So we're going to, if we're multiplying, we're going to add. If we're dividing, we're going to subtract. And if we're raising it to a power, it drops to the front. And this is how it's going to work. So, first of all, I want you to look at this right here. I have three things. I have a 5, I have an X, and I have a Y. So when I'm done, I have to have 3 logs. So 3 things, 3 logs. Okay? So what am I doing here? Multiplying. When we multiply exponents, what do? Add. So watch. I'm going to have log base 7 of 5 plus log base 7 of x plus log base 7 of y. That's the answer. And this is called log expansion. So we're taking a little thing and making it big. So on the next one, what am I doing in here? Dividing. So what am I going to do with the log? How many numbers or variables do I have? I got to have 2 logs, 1 for each. So I'm going to have log base 5 of 6 minus log base 5 of 7. And the last one, I have a power, and the only thing I can do with the power is drop it to the front. So I get 3 log base 2 of x. Okay, so first of all, how many numbers or variables? Okay, I have a 4, I have an x, and I have a y. So I have 3. So I have to have 3 logs. Okay? You see that? So the first, and these are all multiply, right? So multiply means add. So the first one is going to be log base 3 of 4 plus, where does the 2 go? To the front. So I'm going to have 2 log base 3 of x plus, and where does the 5 go? To the front. 5 log base 3 of y. It is. I told you. All of it's easy. Okay. So now, let's look at number 5. How many numbers and variables do I have total? 5, so I have to have 5 logs. So this is where there's 2 different ways we can write this. And I'm going to show you both ways, okay? So the first way, we're just going to do the top, okay? These are all multiplies, so what do I do with those? Add. So I'm going to start over here. It's going to be long. Log base 7 of 2 plus, what do I do with the 3? 3 log base 7 of x plus 8 log base 7 of y. So, what are we doing? Subtract. So the 2 on the bottom are going to be minus log base 7 of 3 minus, and what do I do with the 4? Front, minus 4 log base 7 of z. Okay, does everybody see that? So let me show you one more way to write that. The top doesn't change at all. So if I say this is minus, everything down on the bottom is minus, right? So if I just ignore that it's on the bottom, what's going on here? Multiply, right? So if I put a minus in a parenthesis, can I have log base 7 of 3 plus 4 log base 7 of z? Okay? Is it the same thing? It's like distributing the negative, right? So they're both the same thing. So sometimes you might see it like the bottom, and when you see it with the minus, you just distribute the minus, okay? But you're going to see it written both ways, and it doesn't matter. It's all the same thing. All right, you guys try write number 6. Okay, make sure you got the right answer. Do you have this done? Let's see it. Is it right?
I bet you it is right.
Let's check.
Go ahead.
I am.
You're smart.
You are smart. Do you have this done?
Yeah, dab on them.
Hey, son. But do you see it? Or no? Okay. All right. Okay. Shh. Hey, you guys. No. So, what do I do next? First of all, it's the square root. So what is the exponent here? X to the what? It's not 2. That's your base. Who said 3? There's not even a 3 in the problem. Okay, shh. How do we write square root as a fraction? 1/2. So, I'm going to have 1/2 log base 9 of x minus 2 log base 9 of y. The 2 that's actually in the problem, as opposed to the 3 that's not in the problem. Okay, so how do you write that as a fraction? 2 over 3. So I'm going to have 2 over 3 log of x minus 5 log of y. And when there's no base here, just so you know, it's a 10. Just like when there's no number here, it's always a 2. We don't write it, but it's a 2. If there's no base on your log, it's a 10. Okay, any questions?